Are we filming? Yes, we are. This is a numbers game. Now, for some people, a number can be lucky. For others, the number 13, for instance, or the number 666 can be bad or unlucky. And for me, the number that I really don't like is the number 257. Let me explain. Nearly 50 years ago, I had a maths teacher. Him and me did not get on at all. It was an era where things were very, very different to how they are now. Crikey, it was almost like Tom Brown's school days. Very, very draconian, and a lot of those teachers would probably find themselves in prison now, But it was of its time. However, for me, I never had a beating. I was never that bad, although I witnessed it, and I found it quite shocking. However, for me, the thing that I remember most adversely at school involved this number 257. I can't even remember what I did wrong, but I was given this punishment to calculate factorial 257 and show the working. Now, for those that don't know, a factorial is all the numbers in sequence calculated together. So in this case, factorial 257 was 257 multiplied by 256 multiplied by 255, and so on, all the way down to 1. There we go. And I had to show the working. Well, I didn't complete the task, the punishment, because as I later found out, had I completed the task, the punishment, I would have come up with a number that was 510 digits long. So you imagine a piece of paper 10 feet wide, writing small. That is how much that is the width of paper I would require to calculate 257. And this was a time before electronic calculators, certainly before the internet. It's easy to find the answer now, but it wasn't in those days, and it certainly wasn't if you had to write it out longhand using long division. It was an impossible task. So I was given an impossible task. Some negotiation followed, and I said rather cheekily that I would do it. When the enormity of the task became apparent, I said, look, I don't have enough paper. Don't have enough paper, mate, to do this. Excuse my inference there. So I think I spent a whole day doing this, and I think that was enough. But there is a legacy of that punishment, in as much as if ever I see the number 257 on its own or in a series, a bit like red double-decker buses in the UK. When you see one, you see many of them. It is the way of it. It is the way our brains work. So this happened 257 years ago, nearly 50 years ago, and I am still affected by it. I am still affected by it. And why am I recounting this? Well, it's part of me now, and I am now recounting some of my memories and leaving them irrevocably fixed in the ether here, perhaps. But my advice, if I could go back and tell my young self what to do, I'm not too sure. If I knew the effect it had on me, I would have asked him for a marker pen, and I would have written numbers all over his car, perhaps, in retribution. There was no love lost. No love lost. I've still got a patch on my head where some of my hair is missing because he ripped it out of my scalp. But it was, as I say, another era. But there we are. There we are. Teachers out there, don't give your students. Well, you wouldn't now, would you? Because you'd be able to find out almost instantly the answer and just write it down. But if you set a punishment, a task to a pupil, just FFS, make it a reasonable one. Because if you don't, then there may be ramifications, 50 years into the future. So that is the moral of the story, I guess. So there, I'll leave it there. Bit of a dark one, but it's a good one. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.